New camera, by the way. My old one packed up when we were doing the reshuffles. I think it got knocked around one time too many. Anyway, hello YouTube, Vlogging Eric's Rants here, and this week my video is about Dylan Roof, the openly white supremacist terrorist who shot up a South Carolina black church with a long civil rights record, hoping to ignite a race war on the 7th of July 2015, leaving 9 people dead, and the jury's decision on his fate. I would like to thank Secular Talk as I used this video to guide the scripting of this video. So with that out of the way, let's begin. So, the jury in a South Carolina court has decided that Dylan Roof's hate crimes were so horrific, his obvious white supremacy and terrorism that is so inscrutable and unrepentant, and even published a manifesto about his views on black people while in jail, that he is going to die. Previously, he had been convicted of 33 hate crime charges for the attack on the black churchgoers at the Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church after a 3-hour deliberation, and now the jury has come back in the case to determine his sentence and decided that he is going to die. To give you an idea of the persecution/victim complex this terrorist dipshit has, here's what he said when he was convicted. Quote, "I want to make it crystal clear. I do not regret what I did. I am not sorry. I have not shed a tear for the innocent people that I killed. I do feel sorry for the innocent white children forced to live in this sick country, and I do feel sorry for the innocent white people that are killed daily at the hands of lower races. I have shed a tear of self-pity for myself. I feel pity that I have had to do what I did in the first place. I feel pity that I had to give up my life for a situation that should never have existed." End quote. Holy shit! This fuckstain has an almighty victim and persecution complex. I honestly think that this guy's victim and persecution complex is even bigger than most members of the regressive left. And considering the victim/persecution complex on some of those people, that is saying something. I do agree that the United States of America is a sick country, but the reasons why the US is a sick country has nothing to do with what that white supremacist terrorist fuckstain would say is why the country is sick. Now, I'm against the death penalty, mainly because we do not live in a perfect world, and with the death penalty about 4% of the time, the US ended up murdering innocent people, which means that the death penalty should suffer the death penalty, if that makes any sense. However, in this case, if there's anybody who deserves to die for what they did, it's Dylan Roof. Why? Well, we know he did it. He was open about committing the crime. He was open about it being a hate crime. He doesn't regret committing the crime. He admits in his manifesto that he wants a race war and that he's a white supremacist. There are no adjectives or combination of adjectives that could explain how horrific his crime was. He's totally unapologetic. He doesn't care about the 9 people he killed and the others that were injured. And there's negative prospect of rehabilitation. Honestly, he deserves it. And to those people who try to make an equivalence between Dylan Roof killing 9 innocent people at a church to the state killing Dylan Roof, shove it up your ass. That is a major false equivalence. Dylan Roof is a white supremacist terrorist who committed a terrorist attack so vile there is no combination of adjectives that could describe it. So him being eliminated by the state is not equivalent to what Dylan did. What are you going to say? That the state is as immoral as Dylan Roof? No, that's not true. Take that bullshit and shove it up your ass. If you're advocating for Dylan Roof to not be put to death, while the Republican Party has had all their birthdays come at once, that is a very dangerous trap to fall into. If you're against the death penalty for more liberal reasons and we sometimes kill the wrong people, that is an extremely dangerous trap to fall into. And remember, if you do fall into that trap, well then, the Republican Party will take that and smear every single liberal as if they're a member of the regressive left, leading to the continued loss of the argument about the death penalty. And I don't know how many people know this, but the death penalty is one of the few things that the US population is conservative on, and I reckon that liberals have a bit of a tendency to fall into the trap I talked about before, and that's the reason why, in the court of public opinion, the argument against the death penalty hasn't gone so well. And it's sad and annoying because in this instance, yes, Dylan Roof should die, but the death penalty should still be abolished because we get the wrong people, and that is wrong. That is endorsing murdering an innocent person on occasion. Now finally, do you want to know something weird? Now I cannot say if this result is national or unique to South Carolina. I think it's the latter, but only 35% of black people say Dylan Roof should get the death penalty. At the same time, over 60% of white people say that Dylan Roof should get the death penalty. I personally find that strange. I would have expected it to be the other way around, honestly. Kyle thinks that it's due to the death penalty disparities between the races, and of course, killing of the wrong people. It's Kyle's speculation. I think there's probably a bit more to it than that, but I do think it would be interesting to find out. And the other big thing, the church where Dylan Roof committed the crime was among the 65% that said don't kill him. Personally, I find that a bit strange. So yeah, I won't lose any sleep when Dylan Roof dies. In fact, I say joy to the world. Does that make me a bit hypocritical? Maybe. But frankly, being mixed race, and considering that I wouldn't exist under racial supremacy, I don't fucking care. So that is my video for this week. I hope you found it interesting. Please rate, comment, share and subscribe, and have a great day everyone.